Hello, and welcome to another episode of Healing from the Mess with me, your host, Lizzie. I'm really sorry about the quality of sound the past two episodes. Apparently my microphone is not doing a great job, or I don't know what I'm doing. So it's probably user error more than my microphone. There isn't much of an update, really, with my life. I will give you the shorthand version. I started a new job last week, Tuesday, I think. Last week, Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember. I think it was last Wednesday. Yeah, it was last Wednesday. Doing something I've never done. I have worked retail before. It was only for 4 months, and it was a long time ago. Almost 20 years ago. I'm old. But I'm cashiering, and I have never cashiered. And I thought of it. I thought of something. My mother's fears became my own. She was always afraid to cashier. She didn't want to cashier. She didn't want to deal with money. And I took on that fear. I had no reason to be afraid. But for years, when she started her job in retail back in 2005, I carried that fear with me. So what the cool thing about this fear, though, is that my brain did something with it. So, when you would order something, like you'd order something, through the drive-thru, you go, you would do something, you would make a purchase at a store. And let's say the total was $16.67 and you hand them a 20. I would count, okay, this is how much change I get back, change-wise, and then dollar amount. And I've done it for almost 20 years. I've done this. So I prepared myself to cashier without realizing I'm preparing myself to cashier. I've been doing a really good job. I've been hearing really good things from my employees. Not my employees. Oh my God. I'm not a manager. From my coworkers and my managers, which is good. It helps me. I really enjoy it. The people I work with are great. The customers, 90% of them are amazing. I mean, I would even go so far as saying 95% of them. Just so great. And I really love that. That kind of camaraderie. I mean, it's just a really fun place to work. And it's kept my mind busy. It's kept me busy physically. I've been getting over 10,000 steps a day, every day I work. I haven't been moving much today. I've had like over 3,000, but I'm doing laundry. I feel like I need to rest. I'm going to work tonight, but I just feel like I need to rest today, just for a little bit, just to kind of get my body back. So my mother's husband had surgery. He was in the hospital beforehand. He was supposed to have surgery, but he had an infection. He was there for 10 days before they were able to figure out what was causing the infection and fix it. He was sent home. He went back 3 days later, had a stent put in his heart. And everything went well. Everything went good. He's home and recovering. As of last my talked to him was, I think, last weekend. So yeah, everything's good. I was worried for a while. I was very worried for a while. Just because it always worries me when his health is declining. I jumped to really horrible conclusions. Scenarios. But that's kind of how I was raised. So it makes sense. That's why I do. I'm sorry. I have to adjust my clothes. I am very fidgety today. The day before he was getting the stent put in, I unblocked my mother's number for less the 3 hours. And I reblocked her because I went, what is this going to solve? If something goes wrong, you're going to hear about it somehow. It doesn't need to be from her. So I reblocked her. It was that quick. Because I realized there's no reason for it. There's zero reason for me to unblock her when if something happened, I would be notified through another avenue. Or not at all. She could just choose not to tell me. Which is whatever. She's been in my dreams a lot lately, which has been really hard for me. Because she's just there. And it's like, why are you here? I never understand why she's there. I don't understand why she's in my car. I don't understand why I'm meeting her somewhere. It's very confusing for me because I have nothing to do with this person. I don't talk to this person. It's weird that it's been... Oh my gosh, I can't count. I can't do math right now. June, July, August, September. It's been 4 months. I can't count. It's been 4 months since I've had any contact with her. And to have her blocked, to have my peace really come first, and to, like, I did share with her husband, where I'm working, but he has short-term memory loss due to I think just old age. I don't think it's dementia or Alzheimer's. I think it's just from old age. Your body gets older. If you don't train your brain, you lose memory. And he can remember lots of things, but something that happened recently, he's not going to remember this conversation. So he'll remember I work, but he won't remember where I work. And since my schedule is all over the place right now, and there's not really a set schedule, which there probably won't be, working retail, I don't think there's going to be a set schedule at any point in time. Especially for a new employee. He's not going to know. So she'll remember if he told her, but it doesn't bother me. I don't care if she knows where I work because she's not just going to show up. And what's really funny is working there is I'll see people from where I used to live, and it's like, they're not going to drive all the way up here. They're not going to stop here. They have no reason to come here. Excuse you. My kitchen's talking to me. I don't know why. I don't like it. But I'm just moving forward, and I'm enjoying this new phase. I'm working because I have to, not because I want to, but any experience is good experience. I did find out that the class I registered for to start next month, I can't take because I didn't pass my first course with a high enough grade, so I could retake it, and I didn't find out until enrollment had ended. So I was issued a refund check, which I am using to re-enroll and take that class again in the spring, or they call the winter, but it doesn't matter. So I will be taking that class again when it is offered in January. Next semester. So the check they gave me isn't being used to pay off bills. It's not being used to pay back debt. It's going to be used for that because I can't afford not to do this. I need to go to school. I need to take these classes. I want to feel confident in my abilities. And honestly, what I really want to do is I want to be a bookkeeper for a small business. That's really what I want. And that's what I want to do with my life. And I have to fight for it. If you hear that in the background, it's my washing machine. It's my sink making noise because of my washing machine. It's an old house. It's complicated. It's fixed. That's all that matters. It works. It's fine. My basement doesn't flood anymore. But my dream is to be an accountant, the bookkeeper for a small company, a small business. I would love that. It'd be fun for me. I would enjoy it. I'm so sorry for all the ums. So going back to school is a priority. And I will be doing that. As much as I would love to take that money and pay off, put more on my credit card debt, or even use it to pay, our stuff, pay off some of our debt we have right now. That means, for me, it means giving up on school. And that's the last thing I want to do. I don't want to give up on myself. That I will be thinking really hard about it. I am going to actually probably do a tarot reading for myself and see if I should keep going. But I really feel like that's what I need to do. I feel like that money needs to go to school, and I've put my dreams, I put a lot of things I wanted on hold due to my family. Being a mom, and being a wife, they was my first priorities. I was last on the list for a long time because I believed that I didn't matter. How I felt didn't matter. What I needed didn't matter. My needs weren't important. So I'm not running us into the ground by going back to school. We're just in a really bad spot right now because a lot of unexpected bills popped up that we weren't prepared for. We really suck at saving. So guess what we're going to be doing? We're going to be saving. I can do that right on my banking app. So I'll be doing that and putting money aside every paycheck, and making sure my husband knows, hey, we're doing this whether you like it or not. Because I honestly, at this point, all the chances I've given him to do it, he doesn't. So I'm going to do it. I'll take the initiative. I'll do it. Like, we're not playing anymore. And we should be able to save enough money to pay off some debt, and pay bills we've had to put off, that we've never not paid before, in full, at the time it was due. So we're going to take the necessary steps to do the thing. And that's the important part. That's what matters. So I have a surprise for my children, actually, tomorrow. I am going to, all three of them are getting a new phone. My youngest, my baby, is getting his first real phone, and I'm installing the Bark app on the phone immediately. I'm not even joking. Oh my gosh. Immediately downloading on his phone. And probably my middle child, because he's 13 and we have to have conversations. But we're all going to be, me and the kids are going to be on a family plan. My husband's plan, because we use it, like with his plan, we get like special perks. Because we use those perks, we're keeping his plan separate. But it's going to save me $40 a month. And it's not a lot, but it makes me happy. I would honestly love it if, we could, not have these perks, but I think they're really important for us to have. We do use them quite a bit. So we just keep going. I'm really excited. None of my kids have any idea, any clue this is happening. They don't even know what's happening. So they are leaving their yep. So I will be hopefully keeping the oldest two's phone number so they don't have to worry about that. To have to tell her friends or family of ours that they talk to that they have a new number. So I'm going to try really hard to keep their phone numbers. We'll see how it works. I am very excited. I am very excited to be on this new journey. I'm scared. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared because it's new and it's a lot and it can be a bit frustrating. Where'd my timer go? I used to have a timer. It told me how long I've been running, and apparently it took away my timer. Oh, there it is. I found it. They moved it. I wish, guys, I am not like an editor. I can't afford to hire an editor. You get the raw, untouched, unedited version of this podcast. I apologize. And I really wish that I would have listened to my podcast episodes prior and just been like, scratch it. Let's write down the important parts and redo this whole thing. I've taken down episodes because of sound. I didn't take off the other two episodes because they were so important to me and they needed to be documented. So I'm sorry about that. I apologize for the sound quality. It's funny because I was on Snap. You know how they will like show you recaps. So like, oh, look at this photo from, and it's not even that from that long ago. It's like from 2 months ago. Well, my Snapchat did that. And I saw this outfit. I went, I remember wearing the outfit. I like the outfit. And then I remembered why and where I wore the outfit. And I got angry all over again because it was when we went to the memorial service for my eldest son's great-grandfather. Biological great-grandfather. And when I look back on that day, I look at all the great things that happened. I look at all the wonderful interactions we had, that my son had, that my other two kids had. And 99% of that day, of those memories of that day, are really good memories. And what I have to remind myself a lot when I look back and I get really angry at his bio dad, is we're not the ones who lost anything. He lost. He's the one filled with regret. He's the one who didn't step up and do what he needed to do. And that's not on me, and that's not on my kid. He's the parent. He's the adult. He should have taken initiative, and he's trying to put it on my kid. And he tried. It didn't work. My son hasn't asked me for his phone number. He hasn't asked me how to, way to get in touch with him. And he can. If he wanted to, he could. Whether I like it or not, like I said before, that's up to him. But when I look back at that day and I get mad, I just remind myself, why are you letting yourself get upset about something that doesn't matter over a person that doesn't matter? They made their choices. They're the ones with the regret. They're the ones who lost, not you and not your son. And I move forward because that helped. I mean, seriously, this month I got, so the end of August, I got to watch my husband's friend and fiance get married, which was amazing. It was so fun. It was in their backyard. It was so casual and relaxed. You still felt like you dressed up nice. And a week later, we went to a wedding. We went to my my husband's basically like adoptive daughter. Like he is such a great man. But we went to her wedding, and the contrast of all the fancy people. Oof. It was a bit of a Shocker. But it was a beautiful wedding. I wish them all the best in the world. All the best in the world. Because they deserve it. They really deserve it. I hope that their relationship conquers all obstacles that come in their way. I wish I could show you a picture. She is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. She is kind and smart and just the biggest heart. And then on top of it, you have her outer beauty that just shines. Like, I mean, her inner beauty shines through, but then you have her, outside appearance as well. And she's just such a beautiful person. And I was so happy to hear. I got to be there and witness this beautiful person married this man she loves. And it was beautiful. We didn't stay for a reception or anything because we had the kids and we drove 2.5 hours to this wedding. We drove home. And obviously there's been other things that have happened, but see, I'm not going to talk about the news here. I'm not going to do that. This is a safe space for us to talk about our mental health. Absolutely. The only thing I will say is murder is never okay. That's all I'm going to say. I mourn for the family and for the people who had to witness, everyone who witnessed what happened, because that's not okay. It's not okay. And that's it. That's all I have to say is just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean you have the right to harm them or anyone they love. Like, you disagree and you move on, especially when they're not a direct threat to you. Murder is never okay. That's all I have to say. All right. Okay. It's weird to be scared. It's weird to feel afraid. It's not something that I'm used to. Well, it is. I am an overly anxious person, and I have talked myself down a lot. No one really knows because I don't talk about it. I don't talk about the fears I have in my own head because I ignored them a lot. I go, I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now, and I just throw it out. It's a luxury. I know that not everyone can do that. I find a way to. When I send my kids to school, am I afraid that they won't come home? Sometimes. Every day I'm afraid of that. Honestly, I'll tell you story time. Yesterday, my youngest told me that his older brothers together went for a walk. They were going to there's a pizzeria half mile from us. That's where they were going. Well, half hour, 45 minutes went by. They weren't home. And they didn't take their phones like they're supposed to do. Which we need to have a conversation about that because not cool. Yeah, I probably should have a conversation. See, sometimes I'm not really good at having conversations. My brain kind of spazzes out. It's spasms. Sorry. I apologize for that. Um, um, and then my husband calls and is like, "Are they back yet?" And I said, "No." And I'm like, "Well, our youngest said they walked to the pizzeria." And my husband hangs up with me, calls the pizzeria because we know the owner. Like, we talk to him all the time. My kids and I walk there and we interact with the owner and his wife. Like, we do this all the time. So my husband calls the owner and they're like, "No, they haven't been in here." So, okay, they must have went for a walk in our woods. We own like 3.5 acres. And my husband on the quad, on our quad looking for him. And finally, after 15 minutes, he found him. And it was like, okay, they're okay. Everything's fine. Because when I thought they were on their walk and to the pizzeria, my brain went, they got hit by a car and they don't have any ID and no one knows who they are. And I don't know. Every inch of me, the only reason I was able to stay calm was because we just got a new router and I have a camera for outside. And I had to reset up this camera while this was happening. So I had something to concentrate on. That had zero to do with what was actually happening. So I'm calm. I need to work on my posture. I'm calm because I have something else occupying my brain to keep me calm. It's okay, it's going on right now, but we're doing this. We're going to concentrate on this, take deep breaths, and by the time we're done, we'll have an answer. And we did. As soon as that camera was set up and I was going to take off, my husband calls and say, "Hey, I found him." They're fine. Just went for a walk. Two brothers having a great time, just having a conversation. And no one was injured. Huh. Cool. Anyway, so here's your update on my life. I've been really busy. So there you have it. I am 39 years old. I am on the spectrum, and I have been consistently working out for 3 full months. This would be number 4. And I've lost like 5 pounds or 5 pounds. Slow and steady. That's all that matters. I don't know why I brought that up. It doesn't matter. But thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to this roller coaster of a show today. 4 months, no contact with my mother. No plans on ever talking to her again. If something changes, I will definitely let you know, and hope you will be here next time and listen next time for another episode of Healing from the Mess with me, your host, Lizzie. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.